Hey, hey, hey. What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? I see we have a few of us in the building tonight. Y'all must have got the email. Mm-mm-mm. So I didn't tell y'all what the numbers were because I want to see how many people showed up. We have some options for different prizes. We got to get some motivation going on to get people in the building, to get people to share. Because listen, y'all, tonight I'm probably going to get in trouble for what I'm sharing. Okay. I am more than likely going to get in trouble for what I'm sharing, but I'm not caring because I see how the state of things are going. I see how the state of the economy is going. I see how a lot of things are going. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I'm doing what I'm doing in just a little bit. But we only have 46 people here, which is more than we normally have on a given live on a Monday. So it means that you all want to be here. You want this information. So let's go ahead, share the video, because depending on how many people we have here and what type of prizes you all want, we're going to do a little bit of a check-in here, and you all are going to tell me what you want to see. Okay, so what I have here, hold on just a second, I got all this stuff going on my screen. Okay, I don't know what is going on the screen right now, but it's looking crazy. Let me see if I can reduce something. No, I'm just gonna have to put one window in front of another, which is fine. There we go. All right, all right, all right. So before we even get going today, I'm going to call out a couple of opportunities here. And then I want for you all to let me know when I say it. I'm going to give a number next to it. So if you want all of these things, you can put all the numbers. I just want to see what's most popular tonight. What do y'all really want? All right, all right. Yes, and when you share, please let us know that you shared. Rock and Vinyl Creations, thank you for sharing. Creative Expressions and Gifts, thank you for sharing. Khadijah, hey, hey, my love. Rob, hey, love. You can share from here. You can share from Facebook. All I care is how many people are viewing the live, because we can see on the back end how many people are viewing it. They could be viewing it from Facebook, my personal Facebook page, the Innate Creatives, but we encourage people to come over to the YouTube side because we can see more of the interactions over here on the YouTube page. So, yeah, if you can just share the YouTube link and get them on in the room, go ahead and grab them. All right, Ken. Hey, Ken. Tamika, Melissa. Melissa, I saw you going live doing your thing. Keep it up. Keeping it crafty. What's good? Cora, Jilene, Alicia, Triple M Exquisites, Elizabeth, Cynthia, the real Mrs. Corp. I love it. TMP Customs, what's good? All right, New York Reflections. Hey, love. Hey. Coach E in the building. Rock and Vinyl Creations. Janine. Okay, Zena, what's good? I did not, my love. I'll check it. If you send it to the email, then they should customer happiness should forward it to me, love. Okay, I think I answered all the questions so far. All right, awesome. Hey, Valerie, TMP Customs, thank you for sharing. Valerie, all right, all right. All right, y'all talkative up in here tonight. I love it. I love it. First, I just want to say thank you. Our last meeting was not as fun, so this one I want it to be fun. We're giving Coach Ant the night off tonight so he can rest up. And I wanted to do some things I've been wanting to do for quite some time, but I've been putting it off because I didn't know how it's going to be received. I know a lot of people are going to be upset, but I'm putting myself out there as well. So, like I said, yesterday I was very vulnerable. I think I needed, or Saturday, whenever was it, Saturday, whatever day it was, I was very vulnerable, very transparent. You all allowed me to be that. You all gave me the grace, the love, the support that I really needed to feel, and I felt super compelled to just return that back tenfold because that's the type of person that I am. So that's why we're here today. We're going to have fun today. Thank you to those who sent information to help me on this journey. It is much appreciated. I am so, so, so grateful for you all and so grateful for this circle and community. All right. We love you too, Destiny. All right. So, what we're going to get into tonight is talking about suppliers and all of that good stuff. But we have 62 people here now. If we can get 100, well, I'm going to tell you what the prizes are, and then I'll tell you how many you need, how many people you need to get that prize. All right, so we can do a free Shopify challenge ticket. That's $297. Okay, it's a free Shopify challenge ticket. If you don't have a challenge ticket yet, we do have limited seats because we need this to be quality. If you understand what I'm saying, we need it to be quality. We need to be actionable. We just don't want a whole bunch of people in the place, just, eyeballs. We want people actually executing, putting energy towards an end result, and us not only doing a launch, but those who already have a Shopify store, we're going to be launching a brand new strategy this time that is going to truly help you start selling on your Shopify site immediately. Okay. So I'm just letting y'all know that this is what we're in for. Okay. Let's see. So I have that. I have a free AI class. Okay. Well, the AI challenge. We're gonna do another AI or AI in action class. I really like how that was. It's a workshop. I think it's going to be, I don't know the exact date, but I think it's going to be about 3 weeks after the Shopify challenge is over. And then we're going to do a special class on this Thursday, for anyone who is in the Platinum VIP, which is the Craft to Quit program. And I don't know, I might sell tickets to this AI workshop to actually come be a part of it. But I didn't give y'all enough notice, so it's just something I want to do just to give back. I guess the only way to get a ticket is to be in the Craft to Quit program. So I can give away a free seat to the AI class. All right. We also have a Shopify challenge ticket plus the Platinum VIP year membership. So that would be a year-long membership paid for up front, plus you get your Shopify challenge ticket. We have an option for an Automizer, and then the big, big, big ticket is the $12,000 Shopify Accelerator seat. So let me know. I'm going to give you a number and give you the prize, and then you tell me which number that you really want to shoot for right now. Okay. So challenge ticket is 1, AI class is 2. Challenge ticket plus the year membership is 3. Automizer is 4, and the 12K accelerator is number 5. And for those who don't know, the accelerator, the Shopify accelerator is where we actually help you develop your store, your custom products, your marketing and strategy, as well as we are working every single week to move forward. Sorry, I'm typing and talking at the same time. But this is to move forward in our businesses in a way that if we did not have mentorship, we probably would still be sitting on our hands. So the idea is to just push it out there. Okay, let's see. And then you can vote more than one. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all don't have what it takes to get the accelerator right now. Cause we over here, we a little wimpy. We're at a little 77 right now. But I'll oblige. I will oblige. So this is I want the 5s. Listen, I can't tell you what's not possible, but I'll have another opportunity for the 5 too. So the 5 needs to be 500 people. The 4 needs to be 400 people. The 3 needs to be 300 people. The 2 needs to be 200 people. And the 1 is for 100 people. Now, we're going to start incorporating this thing because we got to do a little gamification to get us in the building. So what's going to happen is you'll start to let your accountability buddies know, your craft buddies know that we're going live, and to get on the live so that we can get these numbers up. So right now we're doing pretty good. We're at 80. We could do better. So we're 20 seats away from doing the free Shopify challenge ticket. Okay, that means share, get your people online. Let's get these eyeballs up. All right. Better. What was the 6 for? The 6 was for all of the above. Okay. And then it combines the YouTube and the Facebook. So I'm even counting the Facebook ones over there, y'all. So if you can get them over the YouTube, that's better. But right now we have 80 combined. I'll count them all if y'all come on in the building. All right. So since we're talking about sharing tonight, we're talking about sharing, helping one another. We're talking about sharing some resources tonight. I need to know first what type of supplies do you want to know how your favorite distributor or supplier is getting those particular supplies and materials. So right now, if you're craft to quit, go ahead and put C2Q so I can make sure that your preferences are addressed first, because we're only going to be able to look up so many suppliers today, y'all. Okay. So let me know which supplies and or products, because it could just be something that you're seeking. If you want to know where Nike gets their stuff manufactured, if that's something you want to know, let me know. So put C2Q, and then now what I need you to tell me is not just a product. I need you to tell me your favorite supplier, right? So we can actually look up that supplier. So more than likely, you're going to want to look for bigger names, because it's going to be easier to find those suppliers. All right. So just let me know. And I am not excluded from this list, y'all. You know my heart. You know that I'm fair. And in this situation, the way that I'm going to show you how to look up suppliers today, you can't find me on this way to look up suppliers. You cannot. However, I'm going to volunteer my information. If we get these 100 views, I'm going to volunteer my information for my ink and paper and whatever else. I don't know if I have all my supplies right now. I couldn't even log into my my Alibaba account today. It locked me out, but I do know the majority of them. Okay, so listen, I'm not off the chopping block. One thing about me is, if I feel like it is good for the goose is good for the gander as well. Now let me give you some information on why I want to do this. While you all are putting in the chat, make sure that you put craft to quit and then the supplier that you want to know where they get their stuff from. Okay, so I'm going to give you some understanding of why I'm doing this right now. Okay, I have noticed in my own personal businesses and in a lot of other people's businesses, I'm in touch with a lot of entrepreneurs and high-level entrepreneurs that specifically right now, people are having a hard time, not just in business, but in life in general, and in producing what they need to produce in order to thrive. We're surviving, but we're talking about thriving here. And one thing that I've been very aware of is the gatekeeping type of thing, and even that word being thrown around. Yes, some information is going to be sold and not told. For instance, I tell you all almost everything that I do, and I tell you how I'm selling to you while I'm selling to you, just so that you can take those notes and go write it down and do it as well, right? I do not mind sharing. However, what I believe in giving information, and then the access that people have to me is what's paid, right? So when you get to take a live Shopify challenge with me, and you get to pay $297 and sit with me for 5 days and get my motivation, my techniques, my templates, my skills, and I get to pour into you, and it's on a personal level because we're literally interfacing face to face via Zoom, of course, then you're paying for the access to me, not necessarily the information. Okay. So what I want to really part part ways with is this whole understanding that somebody is keeping a secret and that secret is keeping other people down. And I'm not trying to say that people who don't want to tell their suppliers, because I was one of those people. Listen, I was one of those people. However, I realized that we are relying so much on materials and substrates and suppliers that we're not doing the real work. And I want to prove to you, even if I give you these suppliers, I'm going to give you these suppliers. I'm going to show you how to research it yourself. Because my thing is, I'd rather teach you how to fish than to sell you to fish, right? I get in trouble for that all the time, by the way. So when I teach you this, I need you to have some understanding of why you're using it, why you want to be incorporating this in your business, and why this is only the littlest, tiniest sliver of pie that you should be considering when you're talking about your entire business. Okay, is a supplier. All right. Secondary to that, the second lesson I want you to learn about this tonight is that although you may know someone's supplier, there are things called MOQs, right? So that's the minimum quantity that you have to order in order to work with that supplier. Well, even if you meet the minimum order quantity, the MOQ, it doesn't mean that you're going to get the best price. As a matter of fact, if you're only ordering the MOQ, you're going to get the worst price there possibly is because it's usually tiered pricing. So the more you buy in bulk, the more you save. So I want to introduce an idea tonight of group economics. Okay. And what I mean by that is I'm going to tell you my supplier for my ink. I usually get my ink and I have to do like all my shipping and all that stuff. I haven't done it in quite some time personally, but I can get my bottles of ink for around about $4 a bottle. About $4 a bottle. I have to check on shipping because I'm normally buying them express because I'm last minute and I don't like waiting on the ships and the ink taking so long and stuff. So I'm last minute every time and I'm ordering it express, but I usually get it in about 7 to 14 days. So I don't have to wait like 60 days or, sometimes even longer depending on if there are issues. Now, I could get it for a lot cheaper if I were ordering in much larger quantities and in containers. Okay. So the idea to get to a container is that you have to have enough volume, right? Well, if I told each of you who my supplier is and you go order, let's say the minimum quantity, I believe, is 100 pieces. For one of my suppliers. So 100 pieces, that means you would have to order 25 sets of ink. Well, 25 sets of ink is going to be very difficult for you to use up personally before you end up letting the ink go bad because you usually don't want ink to sit longer than a year, especially sublimation ink. Well, you might be saving by buying all that in bulk, but are you actually making use of it? And is it the best investment? Because now you have your capital tied up in inventory. So I'm getting real with y'all tonight. You have your capital tied up in inventory just because you got it at a great price. But what could your cash be doing if you didn't have 25 sets of ink? Okay. That's called an opportunity cost. So you have to give up an opportunity to take on an opportunity. And that's what I want us to be aware of. For instance, in order to take on the opportunity of the 25 sets of ink, I do not have the extra funds to buy a bulk set of paper, or I don't have the funds to get substrates, or maybe I don't have the funds to do marketing or advertising, right? So I need us to understand some basic business principles right now. And I think the way that we're explaining it right now, you're going to get it exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I can give you these suppliers. I'll give you the suppliers for your favorite paper that you love. Just tell it to me and I'll look it up. I'll give you the suppliers for your favorite ink, which is True Colors ink, and any other ink. There's actually another company that uses this exact same ink that many of you know. And they started using the ink much later than we started using the ink, but nonetheless, it's the same ink, same supplier. Okay. Now, what I want us to understand is that our power that we have is not necessarily in these supplies. These supplies trick us into thinking if I have all this inventory and all this stuff around me, I'm going to be successful. I got all this equipment. I have all of these substrates. I have all of this ink. Ain't no way you can't tell me I ain't doing it. But in actuality, that's our setback because it's really the skills that pay the bills. Okay. I need somebody to say that in chat. The skills pay the bills. Okay. And what I mean by that is there are certain skills that are going to allow you to be successful as an entrepreneur, and sourcing is one of those skills. Sourcing actually is a very highly sought after skill where someone is able to help to identify where you should get a certain product from. There are people that are paid specifically for that. However, getting the supplies that pretty much everybody has and the blanks that almost everybody has is not necessarily that type of skill. Sourcing is usually a skill where if you are creating a jacket and it has a certain cut to it or it has a certain fashion style to it, then you're going to source a manufacturer. You're going to give them a pattern. You're going to get a prototype of that pattern done. You're going to evaluate it. Then they're going to scale it for the different sizes. So now they're going to make a small, medium, large version of it. All of those things. Now that's where sourcing comes in handy. But are you talking about finding some tumblers, y'all, and keeping it locked down in a secret of where we get these tumblers from, or finding these journals, or even paper and ink? It's only so many suppliers, y'all. It's only so many suppliers. And usually the companies that most people are dealing with are sub-suppliers of the main supplier. Okay, I got 4 more to go before we can give away a free seat to the Shopify challenge. Also, if y'all get 100, I got y'all. And don't be shy. Like, calling out a name, don't be shy, because I'm going to tell you where to get the information from anyway. So we're just looking it up together. I'm going to tell you who I got this idea from as well. It's someone that I've had the privilege to meet several times on these entrepreneurial streets this past year. But Justin P., he is the co-founder of Support Black Colleges. And this is something he's like, y'all go follow him right now. Matter of fact, y'all do me a favor. Everybody that's on this live right now, I want you to go to Instagram and let's spam Justin. Let's go to his last, well, not spam him, you know, I might get shadow banned for saying the word spam. So it's Justin P, Justin, and I can pull it up on the screen here. I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know how to put something up on the screen. And I'll go to his Instagram. All right, so we'll do a search. He might even be live right now. He is one of those people that is constantly giving game. So Justin P does this thing where he will identify and share. I don't want to say expose because it's not like it's a secret, y'all. This has never been a secret. As a matter of fact, I knew about this a couple of years ago, and I never told anyone anything about it because I felt like, you know, well, what if I'm on there? Somebody finds my supplier. And I'm not on there. There's a way you can not be on there if you have your business named a certain way where nobody can really look it up because they don't know what your holding company name is. But for those who do business as their business name, especially when it's required, then yeah, it's very easy to find them. So this is Justin P. He's up on my screen right now. Thank you for pinning that, Hannah. I appreciate that, love. And I want us to go not on his pin post. Let's see. Let's pick a post. Oh, the best shipping supplies. Let's pick one that actually. Custom socks. Let's go on this one for custom socks right here because that one's pretty cool and that's pretty relevant to us. So he's showing us a supplier for custom socks. Look at that. So there's this company. And he literally will tell you this famous company where they get their supplies from, where they get their manufacturing done. And they'll let you know whether it's US or not. So let's go on this one. And it's only, maybe 4 days old. I want us to comment on this one. Will it allow us to comment? I think my screen might be frozen. Let me see. Custom bags for your brand. Like when I tell you he gives game all day. Come on. Come on. Always dropping. And he's a genuine, caring person. So I've had the opportunity to meet him about 4 or 5 times now. He's actually on a interview I did with him on one of the conferences I went to. He did a quick interview with me. He's on YouTube. Made multiple millions of dollars on his support Black colleges brand, and basically his whole goal was to break it down and give other people the game, especially people in our community who need this information. We lack this information because nobody's really feeding us this. Even when you go work someone's job, they keep you in a box so that you only know so much and you can only do so much to play your part, but you don't know how the whole system works. You don't know how the big picture works. And I'm a big picture person because I want you to know that having these suppliers isn't what's going to get you success. Okay. Having the suppliers is definitely giving you information. It's giving you a leg up. It's giving you an advantage. But the mindset and how you have to develop your skill set and how you have to invest in your tool set, that's the real game. That's the real work. And that's why I tell you it's the skills that pay the bills. Okay. So anyways, let's go on here real quick. And I want y'all to tag me. So tag Innate Lab. Just say at Innate Lab sent me. We love your work, Justin. Something like that. Something positive, okay? So I'm going to let Justin know. I'm going to say the tribe is checking you out and love your work. All right, so that's just giving him a warning that we're going to come for him, okay? And just say something nice, say something encouraging. I don't know if y'all know this, but sometimes the people that give the most, the people that are, I mean, this man does like 2 and 3 hour lives, y'all. Y'all know what that sounds like. It sounds a little familiar over here on this side. He does 2 and 3 hour lives where he is coaching and giving people game and letting people know that, hey, I can give you the information, but what you really need help with is the execution, is the planning, is the systems, is the actual tool sets and the encouragement and those things that you can't touch when you just only have the information. Okay. No, don't send it as a message. Put it on that post with the socks so that we're all. I don't want us to get an idea here. This is called group economics. So when we do something as a group, it stands out. Don't be embarrassed right now because I want y'all to understand this for me. When we come together as a group and say, "Hey, we're going to order this ink or this paper," then we are actually getting better pricing. We're being seen as a bigger entity, which means that supplier does not want to upset us. Okay. That supplier wants to rock with us because it knows that we have pull and we have power. So there's power in numbers. So when we go to everybody's trying to keep quiet their suppliers, they go to this one supplier and go get their 20 pieces or maybe even 100 pieces, maybe even 200 pieces. Maybe you have your whole house filled up with stuff that you plan on reselling. But the idea is most of the time we're thinking that that's going to be our main claim to fame when it's only a matter of time before you're replaced. Okay, because you're not developing anything unique. It's not like you are creating a product like Epson's printers. We can't make Epson printers, so we're going to keep buying Epson printers. But we can find all kind of manufacturers for the ink that we can replace the Epson printer. So guess what, Epson, we don't need your ink. We found replacements for it. So the actual printer itself is the thing that's irreplaceable, right? Y'all been trying some other printers other than Epson's? I don't know nothing about it. And it's because they have the patent on the piezoelectric head, print head that's on there, so it doesn't get hot and it's not thermal like other printers. So it allows the sublimation ink to pass on the desktop version. There are other suppliers who have it on a larger scale, but I believe Epson has that locked down on the personal computer size. Okay, I think up to 13 by 19, maybe even 24 inch. Okay. All right. So hopefully you all did what I asked you to do, and you tag me and just say, "Hey, Justin at Innate Lab sent me, and we love your work," something to that effect. All right. Now, get this. If we want to have Justin on the show, what do you think that our contribution to his comments might do? Do y'all want to have somebody that's made multiple $1 million potentially come to teach us something on our platform? So I want us to understand that there are economics involved here, there are business principles involved here, there are relationships. That's what real business is built on, relationships. Okay. And the fact that I even have any kind of relationship with him today, he actually texts me a couple times a day. I asked him about being in our challenge. He wasn't available. But if we start interacting and we start giving too, because he's all about giving value, then he will see us as a resource as well in helping to build his community. Okay. All right. So yes, we did a brief interview. It's on the YouTube. Just look up Justin P on our YouTube, and you'll see that brief interview. But I want to real sit down with him. I really want to get about an hours of time and information, and I promise that that hours of time and information will blow your mind because it blows my mind every time I get a chance to talk to him. All right. Awesome. Look at y'all saying done. Appreciate that. Okay, so my whole point was I'm paying homage to Justin because he's really paved the way. As a matter of fact, I watched an episode today with him and um, Hustle Ninjas. I just forgot his name just that quick. I did not. Rich from Hustle Ninjas, who has a YouTube as well. Go follow him as well on YouTube. He's an amazing spirit, really helpful. Has built a lot from the ground up, and they were having a conversation about this very thing. And some of the big brands actually got together to ban his Instagram account, like factually. He was even notified of it ahead of time because that's how important the information he is giving is to the gatekeepers to not give away. So when he types stuff like, "Hey, the gatekeepers don't want me to do to tell this," he's not just doing it as a marketing gimmick. I'm sure there's marketing in it because he's definitely a marketer. But what he's saying is that these people have literally threatened his account, threatened his livelihood, threatened his financial ability because you can't earn on Instagram if you're not able to have your Instagram account open. But it's all because he's sharing this information. So that's why I say I may have to take this down. I'm not going to take it down because how I feel about things is information is some of the most valuable. Matter of fact, data is the most valuable thing that you can own, and data is information. Okay, so let's get on into it. I was trying to wait till we got 100 people, but y'all started slacking, and y'all got 87 now. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it tonight. I'm gonna give you all a website. There are a couple, but this website here is going to be, I think, extremely beneficial. We'll look some things up together. And let me just make sure. Okay. All right. So let me go through and see what Craft to Quit wants first. Get all of this stuff in my way. I'm even going to show you how to look it up once you find it out. All right. Craft to Quit. My bad, y'all. We sat and did all that conversation. I'm trying to find your comments now. We got all these great comments about Justin, like, "Oh, he's fire." Yes, he is. He absolutely is. Let's see. Okay, Craft to Quit. I might need y'all. Not saying I might. I need y'all to go ahead and put your supplier in there again. Tell me the supplier, and then after, so put Craft to Quit. And then if you're not Craft to Quit, you can still put yours on there because if Craft to Quit don't pull through, then I'm taking general questions. I'm letting the general admission push through if the VIPs don't want to stand up and ask the questions. I'm telling y'all, you get an opportunity to be in the room. Do not be silent. Okay. So I need you to tell me a supplier. So nursing uniforms and scrubs. Who is a major supplier that provides nursing uniforms and scrubs? Okay. So I don't know if we'll be able to find Silky, but we can check it out. And I will say this too, if it's a supplier that can afford to, you definitely you want a company that's not necessarily under a name that everybody else can look up. And it looks like that might even be true because looking at this, I only see one shipment here. And I'm telling you how to read the data too. So I only see one shipment here. And then that was way back in 2020. Okay. So, like I said, I'm teaching you about the data too, not just how to look it up, but where to get this from. So, this is the supplier here, but this would have been in 2020. This does not mean this is who he uses right now, but we could definitely click on that and see. Last shipment was November of 2020, so almost 2021. But as you can see, you don't see any more shipments there. So it may mean that that company is performing business under another name, which would be very smart because at some point in time, this is what people do when they want to come up. They want to see who the person has already come up is using so that they can come up as well. It is just the nature of the business beast, y'all. So I'm going to tell you too, the reason why I was very hesitant on giving my supplier information because right before another person started using the same supplier as mine, my supplier was coming to me and saying that, hey, people keep asking me, are we the supplier for True Colors Inc? And I said, well, what did you tell them? Because my position is that you shouldn't be telling anybody anything unless I give you that permission. So apparently she had told a few people and she screenshot their names for me and stuff. So that is a real deal thing. I guess people are so impressed with the ink that they wanted it for themselves and they asked for that supplier. So they asked for it by name, the True Colors ink. I wasn't happy that my supplier gave it to them. But then again, I was in a different mindset then. The mindset that I'm in right now is that everybody's literally buying the same thing and then we're just trading it and selling it to one another and nobody's really profiting. And why is that? Because somebody over here might be buying tumblers in wholesale. Somebody over here is buying ink in wholesale. Somebody over here is buying paper in wholesale. But when I have the paper, I still have to go to buy the ink retail from somebody. I still have to go buy the tumbler retail for somebody. So what I would like for us to do is to actually pool our resources and say, hey, this is my supplier. They do really well. This is my supplier. They do really well. This actually worked out extremely well for the AI challenge. So everybody that was willing to share got a chance to share their artwork, and it was nothing there that anybody had to fear, but everybody that participated got to take advantage of the benefits. Okay, so we'll talk about that later, but let's get on into this strategy here. This company, and it doesn't appear that they're doing that much, work. So it very well may not be. Let's see. Let's see. It did a shipment in March. Not that frequent though. So this could or could not be that supplier, but either way, I'm going to show you how to find it. So we're going to come up here. It tells you the name and then also the address. So this is not in China, so I don't know if this would actually be the location, but we're just going to Google that with the address. And then also we can kind of get some of the unique information here. Looks like they even work with Printful right there. They don't have that great of reviews. But this may not be one that you actually find on Alibaba. I want y'all to understand, like, there's so many different marketplaces for international trade that is not always going to be a quick login to Alibaba. Okay, and this one is not in China, so this one is, what was it, Latvia? Anyhow, like I said, this doesn't necessarily mean that this is the company. I'm just giving you an idea of what to look for. And let's see. We're going to have to probably translate some of these websites to English. And usually if you see that something is not in English, you can click, and I think maybe it was. Oh, there it is. It's in English now. Okay. So now you know this is where this company is. You can check out their social media. Most of them don't even have like social media and stuff that's easy to track down, or YouTubes and that sort of thing. So, not sure if this is the actual company here. Let me do our brands and see what they actually have. Okay, so they do work with Printful. Or do they own Printful? Hmm. I don't know because it says our brands, but then yes. Each group brand has started an idea, a solution to a problem we found. They own Printful? Well, okay. Well, I don't know if that's going to be a supplier that's going to necessarily give you, 20 socks at a time. But if that is that supplier still, that might also be why when we look at these details and data, they don't do a lot of exporting from this address or this particular entity. Okay. They might be manufactured more for in-house than export. Okay, so that was good. We'll go back to the drawing board here and see what else was requested. So more than likely, what you'd have to do is, and I'm not going to show all that because that's a lot of digging. And honestly, that's not what I came here for. I just want to show y'all simple ways to look up more major suppliers. But you can dig for company ownership and company registration for a particular state. Like California or Georgia, and then you can look for their information to see what business entities they may be attached to, what address, like, because a lot of times you'll find that there's an address that you can look up and connect it to a particular entity. That's a lot of work, and usually I'm asking you to kind of look for bigger suppliers that you can find because they can't do shell companies and that sort of thing, like Epson. If we look up Epson, they can't do a shell company. You're going to see Epson suppliers on here. Let's see. Let's see. So some of your favorite paper. We got Craft and Besties. Okay. And I'm going to show y'all something. I'm also looking. So see, there's two different Craft and Besties. Usually I'm looking for the one that has the biggest total of shipments, but I always click on both just in case. Okay, you can scroll down here and we can see also, so it looks like this one wasn't used since 2021, this particular account, and it might just be a variation of the same name. And let's see if the suppliers are the same here. Nanjing Oracle. So it's the same supplier. So I'm going to close out the second tab. What this shows me is the frequency of ordering, the size of the shipment. So that was 3 shipments. That was 1 shipment. And it looks like, and this is why I decided to share this data too. Now, it is possible that some of your favorite suppliers are using different names and maybe not ordering from the same name anymore, which is not so likely once they establish a relationship because basically they want to keep that relationship with the supplier. But I want y'all to see something. Back in 2020, sublimation was super popping. And I'm talking about when this pandemic started, sublimation just skyrocketed because people were at home. People were wondering and figuring out what it was that they could do and how they could create and what they could do to keep their minds busy and filling up their pockets when they weren't sure if their JOBs were going to do that job anymore. So we're starting to notice a decline in shipments. And this isn't necessarily because like shipments are backed up or like we had before, like during the pandemic, it was so hard to get things to us. But what's happening is it's sloughing off as far as the demand for things. So we have to pay attention to economics here. Okay. And I know it because I feel it, y'all. I feel it too. My sales have gone down drastically as well. And my thing is, it's the skills that pay the bills. So what do? I learn new skills. I learn marketing. I learn artificial intelligence. I'm teaching new things so I can always keep my community on their toes. And I always have something fresh and something innovative to offer that's going to improve other people's lives, right? But if you only focus on supplies and you only focus on being a blanks vendor, It's only a matter of time before you're going to be replaced with blanks. And I just want us to have some understanding of that so that we could take it to the next level and say, okay, well, what skill do I have to add to this? Okay. And just real quick, I want to tell you what some of those skills are so that we can understand what they are. Usually, your highest level of communication or your highest level of value is imagination. So, when you can invent things, when you can create things that nobody else has created, that's the highest level, right? So, that's our ultimate goal, is to work in our mode of genius. But also, communication is that next highest level. So, what can you communicate? What can you convince other people of? What can you teach other people? What can you get someone else to understand that maybe they would not have understood without your explanation and your experience? So with communication, that's sales and marketing. You could buy 3,000 tumblers right now. And if you cannot communicate, you don't have to be able to talk in front of people and get on YouTube. Communication is email marketing. Y'all, City, she's coming to coach us. She is literally helping people make 20 to 40% of their sales revenue from emails. She got to talk to nobody. I think she like it like that too. She loves people, but I think she likes having her bubble and her distance too, right? So some of us are like that, right? You're still using communication skills to pay the bills. Also, so you have marketing, you have sales, being able to describe how a product works and the benefits of it, and have other people feel and really, and that's the key word, feel. People have to feel like they want to do this thing. That's the only reason why people do things, because they feel like they have to, okay? Or they feel like they want to. It's all about the feelings. Also, just being able to teach is a skill, right? That's a communication skill. So I want us to think about our skills. Photoshop is a skill. It's a creative skill where we use our imagination, which is one of the highest levels, or is the highest level of value that we can actually be to ourselves and for others. So skills pay the bills, not necessarily these substrates and these materials. Okay, let me put it to you like this. I just told you that Epson has the skills in the technology, right? But Epson does not necessarily have the stronghold on us on the ink. So it takes a lot less skill to go duplicate sublimation ink and make it in big batches and resell it. But it takes a lot more effort, a lot more ingenuity, a lot more money, and a lot more innovation to create something like an alternative printer that will be able to print with sublimation ink. A lot more. So I want you to understand, where are you investing your time? Where are you investing your energy? Where are you investing in your skill set so that you can improve your scenario? Okay. And I'm saying that because I want us to get some understanding. When I do challenges or I teach classes, my intention every single time is to increase your skill set. So I might have you do some weird stuff like make noise or do something silly on the screen. And it's not arbitrary. It's so that you understand now you can get up and talk to people, or you can get up and do something you're uncomfortable with, or you can do something silly if it's something that you really want. So when I say I'm going to give away a Shopify challenge and I say, hey, everybody get on the screen and make some noise and do some crazy movement, see who gets my attention. Y'all will do it, because you know that the thing that you want to do that for has value, and that value is more important than your fear. Okay. So I'm just getting into a little, we came here to get some suppliers and stuff, but I want y'all to know that this list of suppliers or this method of finding suppliers is not your savior. You are your savior. You investing in your skill set, you improving yourself, and you seeking to serve others. Okay. Because everybody's out there making money ain't necessarily just making money off of these substrates. I need y'all to understand that. They're making money off of selling their skill set, which is either marketing, sales, or teaching people. Okay. Very few of them are actually inventing anything. Dang, that sounded a little braggy. But anyways, your girls over here invent stuff all the time for y'all. But the whole point is, make sure that you're in a place where that is promoted, and where you want to be spinning your wheels, and not just hamster wheels, but you actually want to be spinning the wheels that propel you forward and get you to a higher place in your success levels. Okay. Not just getting somebody else higher, and they're like, I can tell you all day how much money y'all made for me. I don't even like to talk about that. I like to talk about how much money you've made and how you can prove to be a success on my behalf. That's what I'm proud of. Okay. So Anti-ways. Let's go to the next supplier here. Oh, I forgot to show it to you. Did I show it? I was doing all that talking, y'all. So this one, let's see. This one was January 2021, but it looks like this is the more frequent one because you see frequent purchases here and recent purchases here as recent as April 2023. So what I would do is I would click here on the name. You know, I'm always right clicking and opening in a new tab. All right. And then I will copy that, do a Google search. If you think it's an Alibaba company, you can actually type that in and then type in Alibaba. Okay. And let's see, it looks like it might have the same information as koala paper. Hmm. So let's see, this one is they have a Facebook page. Y'all, and I'm a researcher by nature, y'all. So y'all should know this about. Oh, we got 100 people. We got 102. Congratulations, y'all. Keep sharing, keep sharing. If we get to 200 people, what I tell y'all, y'all would get. If we get to 200 people, then we can give away a Shopify challenge plus the AI class. Okay, okay. So I'm also going to show you many times if you put in the information in quotations. Sometimes they'll be spelled wrong though, so you really have to do your due diligence there. And I'm just going to put in quotations the city there. I'm going to take off the room, and then quotations. Just make sure that you're searching for those exact words. And then if I put in Alibaba with that, Alibaba, then I should be able to find the Alibaba version of that company. Now you have to be careful because, especially in China, the way that they name companies is very, very repetitive among the same industry. So it might be one little word that's different, and you don't notice that. So this looks like it might be it. So what I'll do, I'll copy and paste these and put them on the supply list. Well, look at that koala paper. Okay. Now, what's interesting is I think so. That's that company. I'm going to go ahead and close out some of these windows. And of course, it looks like they even have ink as well. A sub. Some of y'all love that A sub. Now the thing is, they do have different types of paper, so you want to be specific about the type of paper that you want. Some of it has the resin backing. Some of it is going to be a certain GSM. So you need to know that. And I believe that when we go here, it tells us. Let me see if there's any bills of loading. No, I don't see that here. Sometimes it'll tell you the GSM paper too. It'll get a little specific, but I don't see that right here. But some of those details you also could get from the supplier's description, right? Sometimes you can go to these companies, you can just straight up ask, like they did with me. Yeah, do y'all sell True Colors ink? If so, let me know exactly what Shannon's got so I can get it too. That's exactly how that happened. I'm just imagining that's how the conversation happened. But like I said, I'm going to show you my supplier for the ink too. And I will tell you that my supplier, I believe, I can't say for a fact, but at the time it's the same supplier for Blanks Galore, right? So speaking of that, let's see. I also wanted to look up. Somebody said Cosmos, so let's try that. So if we put in the word without quotations, it'll at least give us some indication here. So 11 shipments. Let's check it out. Check it out. And I want to do this with some bigger companies too, just so that we're not just, nitpicking on, smaller companies. Let's see. That's the same paper company there. And this is where the shirts come from. cardboard or paper. And that could be where sublimation paper is coming from as well. Not sure because it depends on what they offer. So you can check out each of those suppliers. I showed y'all how to check them out and just do your due diligence. So this is the dryer PET film. That would be the DTF film. And it looks like that is a purchase as of January 22. So maybe about 7 months old. So I'm not sure if that's the supplier. I would make sure, like, if I saw a supplier that was using 2021 and 2022, I would say, oh, okay, that might be one that is reliable. But when I just see one purchase, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I go look up the big dogs as well. And I'm sure that that's what some of these suppliers have done too. They've looked up the big dogs. They looked up the koala papers and decided to find the same manufacturer. So Cosmos Inc. has paper from the same place as Craft and Besties. And I thought Cosmos wasn't selling paper, but I don't know. Listen, I don't stay in tune to the streets, and maybe I should, but I don't really understand what's going on there. Let's see. So I handle those for you. Craft to Quit, Cricket shirts. So let's see, because Cricket may not be the company that is made under. So let's look up. First of all, let's look up Cry Cut. I'm going to look up what information we may have here, see if it's actually under the name brand of Cricut, because that could be a little rights reserved. So it does Cricut Incorporated. So we're going to look up Cricut. Let's do it. Make sure I spell it right. So if you want those Cricut shirts, oh, you know what? What I'll do is I'll just put these, I'll let you do the research on these, and then I'll just put the links to where y'all can research them later. Let's see. So then we can move on, use the same window. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Let's look up Cricut. All right, Cricut, Jackson Center, PA. They also have a logistics suite in China. I'm looking for the one with the most shipments. Let's go. All right, Cricut. All right. All right. So it looks like there were y'all see all of this inventory that was like coming before this? Well, actually, it was in the midst of the pandemic time, so they must have had a heads up on what was going on manufacturing wise, and it really got production started. And look how they are falling off, y'all. Do y'all see this? And let's see, that is November 2021. I'll say they've only had one shipment in 2023 so far. I want y'all to understand the state of the economy. I want you to understand why the skill set is more important than the things that we can collect, the technologies, the computers, and the supplies, and all that stuff is great. But we have to be able to maximize and optimize this stuff, because otherwise we can be replaced with in a lot of different ways, except for when we have a high value skill. Okay. All right. So let's see what Cricut talking about. What you talking about? Let's see. This is the Champagne Cricut Easy Press, a cutting machine. So this is where the machines are made. The polyester film rolls. Let's see if I can, because usually there are industries here. So you see, excuse me, paper, other. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find, not trying, I am checking to see if I can find where the textiles are located. This has adhesive vinyl. So if you want to know where they get their adhesive vinyl from, that's probably it. The Easy Press mat, transfer tape, paper. I'm going to do a search for the word shirt. So 61 is the code for apparel. I see the word shirt here. Let's check it out. If you're wondering how I search for words, I did Control F. Control F allows you to find things. Let's see, this is a manufacturer. This might be it because I do see sportswear. Okay. Let's see. So this might be a finishing center or a sewing place, but it might not be where the actual fabrics and fibers are manufactured. So you have different parts of the production process, but let's check them out. Do. Let's copy that. Actually, we can just do a Google search right from the right click. And I'm going to take away some stuff that we don't need. And Sean, they have a Better Business Bureau. All right, so I'm going to go here, put quotes around this first part because that seems to me is the business name. The industrial road is probably the road. And I'm just going to see if I use these words. There's the contact information there. And a lot of times companies like this are not trying to be found on Alibaba or some type of third party. Import Genius. I think that's another good resource too. But I think what happens is they might let you look at a couple of things and then they will shut it down and you'll have to pay for the data. Yep, so they definitely make shirts. I think we're on to something. I think we're cooking with hot grease. Let me see here. I'm gonna just take a chance and see if they have Alibaba. And they do not. So see what I'm saying? Like not everybody's gonna be on Alibaba. So let's see. I would say probably the best case would be one of these to see if they have an interface. And a lot of times they want you to have your own agent. They don't want to talk to like the individual customer doing stuff. And this is where it comes in handy. If we wanted to have our own brand of shirts and our own style and our own cut, it comes in handy to use group economics because we can go in there. We could say, hey, I don't like how these sleeves bunch up underneath the armpit. So I like the Cricut fabric. I like how thick it is, or I like the feel of it. But what I do not like is the cut of the shirt. Let's work on that. And in that case, what you can do is you can have someone develop what's called a technical pattern. And this goes back to my textiles days and all of that too. And fashion design, all that good stuff. So they're going to create the technical pattern. They're going to create samples from that. They're going to do the sizing based on that pattern so that you could tell them if the 3X fits like it's supposed to, if the small fit like it's supposed to. Also doing some testing with the sublimation process. And from there, you should be able to create your own brand of shirts. Now, where this gets sticky is it costs a lot of money most times to develop a product, but that's where the skills are, the skills that pay the bills. So if you take time to develop a product, and I do have some skills in the department of being able to lay out some things and create some patterns and that sort of thing. So if that's something we wanted to do as a collective, I would do it. I just wasn't interested in doing it standalone by myself because I already have a lot on my plate and I don't want to be, spending and investing hundreds of thousands of dollars because y'all want to understand this is over a course of a year. You're going to be buying hundreds of thousands of dollars in shirts, hoping to make sure that you sell them and you keep the inventory going and that you keep things in stock. Because what's the point if you're going to keep running out of smalls and nobody can order smalls from you, so they have to go to another supplier. So with shirts, there are a lot of SKUs involved. And by SKUs, that's spelled SKU. Okay. Every time you have a product, the product isn't just a shirt. The product this is a small white shirt. So if you also have a small black shirt, Those are two different SKUs right there. Now, if you have a small, medium, large, extra large, and a 2X, that's 5. And if you have them all in white and black, that's 10 SKUs. Okay. So what happens is we may want all of these different colors and all of these different sizes and cuts. And maybe we want a slim fit shirt and we want a loose fit shirt and we want to acid wash. All of those different variables increase the number of SKUs. The more SKUs you have, the more inventory you have to keep, and the more difficult it is to maintain that with without having unlimited resources and cash flow. Let's just be real. Okay. So a lot of times when I'm thinking of what products to purchase in bulk, I'm looking at things that I don't need a lot of variations of, like tumblers, right? You might have a 20 ounce and a 30 ounce. That's 2 SKUs. Right? When you do apparel, you have a lot of SKUs. There's a lot of opportunity because people want it, but at the same time, there's also a lot of touch points with this product and touch points with the manufacturer and touch points with a system that you need to be in place to make sure that you don't run out of inventory and wait till last minute, because these suppliers are not just going to pop up and send you something in a week. These suppliers are needing 3 to 6 months of lead time. Lead time means that's the time that they need in order to do production and to package it. And that's not even including the shipping time a lot of times. So I want us to think about that if this is something you really want to get into with your sourcing. Okay. All right. So I think this might be a good resource here. I haven't verified it, but I'm just going to put it on here and put that that's Cricut shirts. And then what I'll also do, and I'll put possible because I'm not sure. I'll put the search that we did that has information as well. Let me know if this is helpful. The conversation that we're having right now, is this something y'all even want to talk about? Like, girl, just go ahead and give me this free Shopify ticket. Let's go ahead and do this drawing because this ain't even helpful to me. Let me know. All right, so we got Nike sweatshirts. Let me go ahead too. I'll grab that resource as well. And then let me close out some of these windows, y'all, because it does get a little janky. And then this one here was for the paper. I think almost everybody uses this paper. Let's see. I also said I would look this one up. Like I said, I also don't know if people are presently. So I'm just giving a disclaimer. I don't know if these people are still using these people. I'm just showing you how to do the research and look. Also, you can look up addresses. So if you can see if that address is used in more than one place, because sometimes it won't be. Let's see, you can look it up by address and see any other businesses that might be in that area. So I don't know if it's VentureCate or that might be an event place or whatever the case may be there. So you can look it up that way. You can also look up the names of people. Let's see. So this one is Sublimation Paper. Like I say, if y'all remind me to give you the ink supplier, because I'll be talking because you can't look me up and find me on here, but I will volunteer because I'm not unfair, y'all. Those of you who are just joining, I'm not sitting here I'm one of the people I tell on myself too. I sure do. I snitch on myself all the time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna snitch on me before you even get a chance to snitch on me. So I will be giving y'all my supplier for ink as well. So this one is for paper. So this is a different company than what we saw before. So this one is still out of China, but you can see the supplier here. And again, last shipment was November 2022. So I'm not certain if that is still the supplier, but I would pretty much guess that because it looks like there was some consistency here in ordering since 2021. Okay, so that would be that. Let me back it up for the one time. And I think you have to just set up a free account and then you can do this research yourself. So if you can't see it, then definitely set up a free account, and then it might let you do some more research. Other thing is you can look up, like I said, sometimes it'll be different names. So I'll look up a name. And it's not, well, I usually put quotes on a name if it's a common name. What's that there? And there, so sometimes it will be under names. Look under names, address. Oh, I don't know if that's the same person though. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it is, but that one was Winter Park, 2020. Okay. So it looks like the same paper supplier, and this is a sock supplier. So, I mean, I don't know if this sock supplier is still a sock supplier because this would have been back in 2020, and I don't know if that supplier is still being used, but looks like that was the supplier back in 2020. So, like I said, if people are like changing and doing business under holding company names or different company names, that's really a smart thing to do. So, if you're thinking of doing this and you want to have that level of protection for yourself, it's really smart to do business under a holding company name or a name that is completely different than what you operate under. Okay. All right. So that. All right. What else did we say? I gave y'all. Did I copy the koala for you? Nope. Let me copy this one for y'all for the koala paper. Mm. All right. So now I can start closing out of some of these tabs. We got our Cricut supplier. And now we're going to look up Nike. I'm just going to close out some of these tabs. All right. So when we type in Nike, we're probably going to find a whole slew of companies. One thing we can do is look for a Nike that's in the USA to see where they have imported from. So, of course, there's Nike in the Philippines, Nike in Thailand, Nike in Australia, etc. So, let's see here. It's going to let us do an advanced search. We can do. I was trying to see if it would allow me to do the location, but it doesn't look like it's working. All right, so let's type in Nike USA because it's got a lot and I really don't feel like looking through all of them. All right, so Nike USA, there it is. And let's click on it. It has not 13,000, 136,000. So now we're getting into some bigger companies, more movement. Is probably going to have a lot more suppliers. And what's odd is that this account only shows June 2021 to present. May 2022, I see there. So we can clearly see footwear, apparel. If we, I don't know if we would find sweatshirt per se, but you probably would find apparel. But if I do Control F and I type in sweat, so sweaters is there. I don't know if they would consider that a sweater, but they might because it is thicker. But it's definitely not in the description here. So in the description, you would find apparel. Okay. Let's see. Yep, apparel. Some of this is footwear. So I'll put this in here so you all can reference it later. But you would have to do your research and search through those, see which ones can do business with with smaller companies and smaller MOQs. That would be something that you have to look up there. All right, so that was Nike. Ooh, for Condi. So Condi is also known as Dytrans. Let's see if we can find Condi. Conde. Condi is at least not showing up. Condi Systems. There we go. Condi Systems. That sounds familiar. Let's see. Mobile, Alabama. That sounds about right. Mobile, Alabama. And I want y'all to notice something. When we start falling off, they start picking up, because what happens is, I'm telling you, as soon as these bigger companies, and this is why you cannot bank your sales and your success on things that can be reproduced at mass scale. So what Condi does, Condi waits for us to make something popular. And I love Condi, by the way. My rep, Michelle, has been my Condi rep since what, 2008? Michelle is amazing, by the way. Michelle Brown, I think she might have got married or changed her name. I'm not sure, but I think it's still Michelle Brown. So if y'all get a chance to talk with her, if she's still there, let her know that I gave her a shout out on the YouTube. Yeah, they definitely will watch us do something, make something popular, and then say, you know what, I did see them using the MDFs and they cut it out on the Glowforge. Let's start making those graduation frames. Or I see that they're over there doing sublimation on clear vinyl and then putting it on the paddle boards. Let's make a sublimation paddle board. So what they do is they look at the trends, and then basically they decide what they want to mass produce. Can you compete with that? No, I'm not even, that's not even like negative talk. That's just a given. That's a fact. You cannot compete with that. Can we compete with that? Absolutely, if we decided to take things into our own hands and actually work as a collective. But that's very seldom going to happen when we do things like we do when we move like we move. But you do see Condi has a great increase since 2020 of getting shipments in for sublimation. Okay, I just want us to pay attention to that. Everybody else is dipping down. All of the suppliers like us are dipping down, but the major suppliers are going up. I want you to see Epson as well. So if we come down here for Condi, look, best sub group. Look at all them doggone orders from Best Sub. And let's see. Looks like, did we stop in 2021? Nope, it's 2023. So I'm just going to look in this past year. And it's giving me 2021. I'm not understanding that. Let's see. Some data's missing here. But y'all know that Best Sub company that's always making the YouTube videos and all of that, that's their number one supplier. Now, are we going to be able to get the same price points that Condi gets from Best Sub? Hell to no, it's not happening, okay? Because we don't have the quantity. We're not coming in there with the numbers. We're not coming in there arms crossed, looking buff, like we got something to stand up for. So they look at us as these individual little peon buyers. And, oh, yes, you're going to buy 100 over here. And, oh, yes, you're going to buy 1,000 over here. They consider that like peanuts. Okay, if we're to come in there as a collective and say, hey, we want to order 200,000 tumblers. Wait a minute. Who are you? Where are you from? Oh yeah, we're just a YouTube channel and a community called Innate Lab, and we work together to make sure that we have the best prices and the best quality of materials so that we can run our businesses, right? That's what we should be moving like. Anyhows, Best Sub Technologies. I think that's also a subsidiary or a sister group or something to the Best Sub group. But crystal stone glass, this is more than likely some of the glass ornaments and that sort of thing. The felt, if you were wondering how to do the car fresheners and that sort of thing, puzzles, notebooks, the felt, all of that stuff that's made out of felt, that's there. The flip-flops are here, totally different company, right? And we can go to show more and kind of get some more data there, but Forever. So Forever is a company that offers those transfers that go with the white toner printer. So this is their manufacturer. So data, y'all, data, information, knowledge, skills. skills pay the bills, and the data is definitely the payoff. Okay, data is, I can't even say data is gold. Data is like diamond and platinum. It is better than gold once you know how to use information. All right, so that was Condi, putting that on the list. All right, so we still don't have 200 people yet. So at the end of this, make sure y'all remind me to give away this. Oh, you know what? Also, if you since we got our 100 people, I had it set to do another 20% off code, but Hannah, if you would do the 30% off code for everyone here tonight, and that's good for the Shopify challenge, and anything digital inside of the academy. If you have not gotten in the Shopify challenge, y'all, please go ahead and sign up for it. I promise you, you do not want to miss this challenge. What we're going to work on together and get you on the ground running. Like literally, it's going to be an activity that we do this time, a physical get your butt out there activity that we do this time that is going to help drive traffic to your Shopify store. I do not want y'all to miss that. I know there's some other challenges going on the same exact date as our challenge, but I'm pretty sure that because they're probably going to have a lot of people in those challenges, even if you're in the other challenges, hey man, I'm sitting here giving you other people's suppliers and stuff. I'm not that kind of jealous type. I'm the type that sits back and looks pretty and is like, okay, well, was it worth it? Anyways, I'm not even hating like that because everybody has something unique to teach. Okay. There are some things that I can learn and have learned from the other people who are teaching their challenges at the same time as my challenge. Okay, there's actual factual things I have learned from both of them. Okay, so not ragging on y'all, not saying you disloyal or whatnot. I'm just saying you don't want to miss our challenge. Okay, so definitely take advantage of that code because I'm only doing codes when I'm live, and sometimes I'm not even doing codes when I'm live because we may not have enough participation. Okay. All right. So I already gave y'all BG sublimation paper. Unisub. Ha. Well, here's the thing, Rob. I'm glad you asked this. You asked about the buddy table. The buddy table is an invention. Okay. That's why I say when you have something, you want to make sure that you have something that has skill attached to it and not just something anybody can manufacture. So there is no manufacturer for the buddy table. I'm glad that you asked, though. That is definitely flattering me right now. I've never been so flattered for somebody to ask for my stuff, but it means that you see that it has value. Ink, remind me to do the ink so that I can show y'all that at the end. Okay. All right. Unisub. So Unisub also would probably have been one of those suppliers from Condi, but let's go ahead and look up Unisub. I don't see it. Unisub is one word, but we can try it as two words. I would think Unisub. I would look under Condi. More than likely. Because I'm sure that one of their suppliers is the Unisub supplier. They're probably just not doing business as Unisub. Okay. But good. Like these are all good. These are all good. Okay. Figs is a big scrub supplier. So let me look up fig scrubs. Let me see if they operate under that name. And you should be getting some ideas here about the layout. Y'all, doesn't this look very similar to how our Shopify stores look, all locked and loaded and good? Let's see. Yep, Figs Incorporated. And see, I'll take a look at this because sometimes what they're incorporated as is something totally different than what brand name they're selling you. So let's look up Figs. Did I already get Condi? I did not. Let me go ahead and copy Condi's label here. So all of these you all will be able to go back and look at. All right, all right. I'm just gonna look up Figs, Figgs, and the problem might be it's probably gonna be a lot of things. Figs. Um, let's see if it's possible. Figs and then apparel, textile garments. Let's see. Growing medical scrubs. Your girl is good. Y'all don't pick up my dances, but that was a genuine dance there. So by putting in apparel, we're able to find that. Also, I believe we could have put in scrubs, but sometimes you have to be careful because what they call it somewhere else, like when I'm looking up stuff at China, sometimes y'all they'll be calling it the same stuff. So you end up really limiting yourself if you don't know a generic term for something. So that's it. Let's see. Have a few companies here. All right, so now we got figs. Let's go, let's go. All right, so this is FIGS scrubs. All right, I'm back to the list, back to the list. So Unisub does the jewelry. I would actually go back. Let me look up Condi and see if we can look up jewelry there. Condi Systems. There's also another thing Condi go dye trans. So we'll look up Condi Systems. I know Michelle probably like Shannon. Oh well, I don't care if I get in trouble. It's the truth. Systems. Oh, let's look up dye trans. I don't. That's what the website is, but I don't know if they don't. I guess they don't use that that name. But let's look here and let's see if we can find jewelry. It's not giving me jewelry. Let me look up metal insert. Metal tool blank. Yeah, that's not it. I know what you're talking about though. But also, you know who I think it is? Remember when we looked up Best Sub? Matter of fact, let's go to Best Sub. This will be a good one for y'all to look at. It has two names. So we can go, it also reports under two different names and 10 addresses. So that's why I say we got to do some research here. Just like if you was checking on your significant other and you thought they was cheating on you, know how much research we do for stuff like that? Well, I'll say we because it's, that ain't even in my mindset as of the last 10 years. But yes. Let's see, bestsub.com. That's it right there. Very clear cut and forward. The whole Subly Cotton. That's there. Same company. Bestsub.net looks like the same company as bestsub.com. Imagine that. And that's the website. So I'm pretty sure we will be able to go to, let's see if they have the jewelry here. Let's look up a charm or something like that. See if it has it. Okay. So yeah, that's where you're at. Best Sub, baby. I think they should have some other products too, but it might not be everything. But they also have an Alibaba page as well. But I think they prefer not to communicate on Alibaba. They prefer for you to go to their website here. And they will give you some FU prices unless you're really, really, really doing some numbers, okay? And those are these tumblers here that are going crazy for back to school. Those tumblers are there. Sippy cups, the thermoses. Yeah. So you can go to their product list and go crazy. Okay. So I am going to, and here are the back to school items. So, we're doing back to school, but I want y'all to know something, that the back to school thing was a setup. So we're not just doing back to school stuff like on that flyer. So we're going to do something bigger and greater for back to school, because by the time we get done with the challenge, It's going to be worth marketing. So you're going to get the template that does that. It's going to be worth marketing because it's going to draw the customers to you, the same customers that are interested in having the book bag done and that sort of thing. We'll still be interested in the other things that we're doing with the challenge as well. However, I just want you to know that like some of the things that you'll be marketing, like if you're marketing book bags, kids have probably already got their book bags by the end, or they won't be able to get them drop ship from Arts Ad or your other drop ship suppliers in enough time for school. So some of those things are going to not have as much momentum. And it's not as pre-planned and forward thinking. So we're going to initiate a strategy that's going to get you in front of the right people and the right eyeballs, so that you can be really planning for a big bulk order season. Okay. All right, so this is good stuff. Good stuff. And I like they have the notebooks, all of that stuff. So even to come here and understand some of the products that are out there, this would be a great and absolutely great opportunity to see what's hot, what's going on for the moment. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to copy that link for you all. And more than likely, that's where Conde is getting probably majority of all of their blanks from. It's just that they can order in such high quantity that they're going to be able to get much better deals than an individual. Also, Vapor. Oh, I didn't think to check Vapor Apparel. Let's check Vapor Apparel. Vapor Apparel, only 4 shipments there, but 28 shipments here. Let's check that one. I'm going to check this one too, just in case. All right, this is South Carolina. I believe that is true. I believe it is in South Carolina. Let's see. Look how consistent they are. Well, I don't know, because as of 20, ooh, do y'all see this? Like, I think what happened too, a lot of people ramped up production in 2020 because of the pandemic, and then maybe they still have inventory. I don't know if y'all remember when we did the jerseys 21Ms and them things was pissy yellow. And it took a long time for that inventory to get out of stock. I believe that was old inventory that they were finally passing off, and they were waiting to get rid of it during that time where all the shirts were locked up. So they got rid of them little pissy yellow shirts, but they definitely was making me mad. So it looks like it's not a lot of activity here, but still nonetheless one of the major suppliers of sublimation shirts. So we can see here polyester fabric. This is where the solar comes from. So that solar one is more of a UV protectant, kind of slicker material. Let's see. Yeah. And then this is the main supplier here. If you're looking to get the same exact fabric, that's where it comes from. And it's in Central America. It's in Guatemala or San Salvador. Yep, San Salvador. Look, we done found us a closer connect than China. Look, I'm typing this one in. I'm getting in on this one. I don't know if y'all want to take a trip to where we're going, to Guatemala, but I'm interested in that if y'all are interested in that. Like a real sourcing trip. And I believe that Bella Canvas might have moved an operation to Central or South America more recently too. So y'all, I'm telling y'all, pay attention to these signs of the times. All right, so this is Vapor Apparel. Almost forgot about old Vapor. All right. Listen, we're supposed to get off this thing at 9 o'clock. Y'all still with me? Y'all still awake? Okay, we still in there. We still going strong. Okay. Vapor Apparel. I think that's a great one. And I saved that one. This is another Vapor. I think that's somewhere different. Luxottica of America. I don't know if we want to check that one out. Okay. All right. So let's close down some of these windows once again. We got some good stuff, but we got to keep it clean so we can keep moving. All right, let me check your comments. Monique, I can't find the silky sock shirts unless it's maybe under a different name as far as the company to look under, but that would be really smart if it was under a different name. Kudos, hats off, if that is the case, because that is absolutely what you should be doing. Aviva, Next Level, Bella Canvas. Okay, okay. So now is Aviva its own brand or are they like a distributor? Let's check and see. Um, let's look up Aviva apparel. 240 shipments here. I see IKEA Supply and wood products. I don't know if that might be the one. Houston, Texas, maybe. Aviva Wholesale, Houston, Texas. Oh, they even got the website for your girl. Let's go. And you know what? I didn't even check to see if some of the if the international sites actually had a website. I'm sitting here Googling and doggone link might have been there the whole time. Y'all, they need to take the Shopify challenge so we can get this website looking better. Anyways, it's all right. It's all right. But definitely, I've heard of this supplier. I've heard a lot of you use them, especially in, I believe it's the Texas area. So that's good. But now you can scroll down, do a little scrollage and see aprons, joggers, where that's coming from, heat press machines, where that's coming from. I've actually heard of this company for the heat press machines before. Um, and this is where you'll get to see where I was not crazy about investing a whole bunch of money in these DTF printers, like to do wholesale, or heat presses to do wholesale, or even substrates. Like I keep my substrate game kind of tight because it's really just to give you all something to purchase when you purchase ink and paper. But literally this is free game, y'all. This is free game. So you have to have something that really stands out. You have to have something that is unique and a skill set that you know, you don't have to be the best, but you have to be able to use that to your advantage. So let's see. So that would be some joggers and stuff there. This textile facility here. This has heat press machines, mug presses. So if you're wondering where those mug presses and stuff come from, that's it. That's it, y'all. Isn't this easy? Here's shirts, short sleeve polyester shirts. If you want to know where those short sleeve polyester shirts come from, boom, there it is. I don't know what they fit like or you know what the look is, but so I did not see. Okay, so this has the addresses, but it wasn't giving me the actual links. So I'm not tripping. And you can see who some of their customers are. So if Aviva also uses it in Bella Canvas and other ones, then you will be able to see. Okay. So let's go back to Aviva. I'm gonna copy that one for y'all. Oh, this is fun. Like I can literally get tied up in this for sure, for sure. Okay. So after Aviva, now you asked for three different ones. New York Reflections. Let me see Next Level. And the reason why I'm going to look up Next Level and Bella Canvas because that will help everybody too. But y'all do one at a time because I'm working down the list and I don't want to not give someone an opportunity to go over theirs. Next Level, let's put in apparel because they got Next Level Auto and all that stuff. So Next Level, and then I'll put that in quotations, and then I'll put apparel. Next Level Apparel Logistics, 3,000 shipments. That could be us. And it says worldwide. 123 Gold, the Church of Jesus of Latter. That's the address. Next Level Apparel. This is California. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Nice Dyeing Factory. Okay, cool. Let's go with that one. Other one looked like it might have been a little setup. Ooh, look at this. This can't be the full company data because this just kicked up in 2021. So they have to have another account or like another name that they're working under. But at least we can see some things here: garments, fabric, cotton knitted. I'm sure they have polyester knitted. Yep. So the nice dyeing factory. So that's probably where they get the rolls or bales of fabric from. But then where they assemble or where they sew may be somewhere totally different. Okay. So that's why you have to check on these suppliers and see whether they do. Are they manufacturers? Are they what do you call it? Where they're basically just traders, where they focus on being the middleman between operations. So you have that as well. All right. So I'm copying that for y'all. All right, all right, all right. And then I'm gonna look up Bella Canvas. It could be under something else because I remember that they did change their name, combined it a little while ago. So let's go here, Bella Canvas Retail. And here we go. Pull over sweatshirt. So if you like their sweatshirts, here you go. Here you go. See, now we found the word sweatshirt because it's a U.S. Supplier, so they're probably going to put stuff like that. Otherwise, it would say knitted shirt or knitted sweater or something like that. So that's good. Hooded Coach's jacket. So that's somewhere specific where that jacket is coming from. The paper hang tag. Got you some packaging people here. So see how just being able to read the information does something for you too? All right, so I got your Bella Canvas. What else is on your Christmas list? What else? What else? And make sure y'all stay to the end if you want to be one of the people that get, well, one of the people. It's only one person getting the Shopify challenge for free. Only one. Only one. We only got 100 people in the room. So let's see. Um, We already did BG sublimation paper. We already did Cricket brand shirts. I got that for y'all. Okay, okay, okay. We did the nursing scrubs. Ship they get shipping ages exactly. There's a lot of stuff too. Like so, sometimes you think of, oh my gosh, you got that for $4 and you're selling it for $8. How dare you? Well, I'm taking risk. Number one, when I purchase something, I'm taking the risk that I may not even get the thing or get the things. That is a very possibility, especially in this world where nobody wants to take responsibility when a shipment gets messed up. Number one. Number two is I have the liability of if anything happens to this product, if it is stolen, or let's say the shelf falls and all the ink spills, like who's going to take on that responsibility? On top of that, this product is not supposed to sit on the shelf but for so long. So I absorb the cost of having the ink sit on the shelf for too long, and then I have to throw it out and get a new batch. So when you think of pricing something, it's not just the price that you pay; it is all of the things that are wrapped up into the overall cost of what you may or may not make based on certain circumstances. Okay, so it still won't be a clear cut and dry everybody pay X amount of dollars and just get something, because who's paying for the time for the person that's organizing these orders, right? I've seen people, and I don't know how they do it, because we'll do ours with the Shopify store. We'll do our what I call it, our group economics with the Shopify store, because everybody's orders in there. I can see it. We can split it up. Everybody can pay what they're going to pay. It can go ship when it gets here because we have a port here in Jacksonville, so it's easy for us to get our supplies. Comes here, we can split it up, get that to you, and it's all in this system. I don't know how other people are literally like, I've been watching this for 3 years now of people live in groups saying, hey, give me your orders here on this Facebook list. And I'm like, ugh, that's a horrible way to track. Oh, give me a red shirt and a pink shirt. And why don't they just go in the store and buy the red shirt and the pink shirt? And then you just set it up as an order that is a pre-order and you fulfill it later. I don't know. But that used to bug me seeing that. Now they made a lot of money. taking them orders in the DMs. They sure did, but they could have been making a lot more money because their time and energy would have been best put towards making their Shopify store, allowing anybody that wants to order from the store, not having to talk to anybody about what I wanted to order and whether it was available, because the system would keep track of that. And they would have everybody's contact information in a clean format so that they can retarget that customer. So when the next order is going, when the order drops, they can let everybody know. When they're taking the next order and they're saying, hey, we're opening it up to pre-order these particular items again. Now the people that ordered those items before could get extra notification. You can target those particular customers. The people that haven't ordered before, but they just happen to be on the email list, can get targeted in a different way. Maybe they get 20% off your first order, where the people who've already ordered get a, hey, this is coming back in stock. I know you need it because you done promised these people this particular item that's been out of stock for 3 months. I don't know, but you market to different people, different segments based on the way that they come into contact with you, the touch points that they experience with you, and also the overall experience you want them to have. If you have a VIP and you want your VIPs to feel special, then do something like invite them to a Zoom room on Thursdays where we're going to do special stuff, or have a special coupon code that they get to partake in, or have a guest speaker that pretty much comes in and gives them value. So you create these experiences, thereby you're really giving people a feeling and not necessarily a product, even if it is a physical product. I'm sure a lot of you have great feelings when we get a chance to do stuff like this, right? Even if you don't take the action on the step that I tell you to take at that moment, you felt good about having the information. And you know what? Now I know about Import Yeti. I'm going to do some research tomorrow. You feel good about it, at least. And that's what you want to be creating for your clients. You all are my clients. I'm your client as well because I serve you, right? So just know it's the experience that and the feeling that is really selling whatever it is that you want to sell. All right, all right. Okay, Creative Expression says, I love this. I love it too. This is fun. All right. So Keela is giving us some game right now. Some of the teas come from Aviva. I've also had a direct account with Vapor, no middleman. So the direct account with Vapor, that's good because they do have a threshold that they want you to be able to meet in order to work with them. So that's amazing. But you could still benefit from knowing the supplier. Let's say, for instance, you don't like how Vapor shirts are cut and you want to make your own version of a crop top shirt or something, just to know where they're producing their fabrics and that sort of thing. At least you have the source. So if you want to make crop top versions of the t-shirts, then you can have that developed on your own and still know that it's going to use the same quality and possibly the same quality and the same type of fabric. All right, all right. Now, do you want to look up any of these? Hippo ink or anything like that? I'm not seeing. See Hippo. I don't know if that's it. We could check it out and see. Slippery hanger, bamboo chopsticks. I don't think so, but maybe they don't actually purchase it under the name Hippo ink. Or Hippo in general. It is possible, or maybe I'm just not finding it, but I don't see the Hippo ink. Chefware, let's look up Chefware. Is that a name brand or is that like a style of clothing? Chefware. Nope, I don't see anything on the Chefware. If you can give me a brand name, I can go with that. Yes, it is very interesting to see all different sources of people using. Look, I'm going slow because this comment is from 842. Y'all been hanging out with your girl. Okay, okay, okay. And I see y'all still in here. I got you keeping it crafty. The last thing I'm going to do is review the true colors. So whoever stays here will get the true colors Supplier. Okay. And then what we'll do is on Friday, then I'll create a listing and I'll show you all basically how we can purchase together, and I'll open it up for us to basically do a buy-in. That's why buy-ins are so popular. That's all a buy-in is everyone pitching in to be able to get a certain rate because we're doing collective bargaining. Okay. All right, all right. Stoles. I have a supplier for stoles too. Mm-mm-mm. Joann's fabric. Now, what do we want from Joann's fabric? Like just the fabric? Okay, we could put in Joann's and see. Joann's fabric. Oh, if I can spell Joann's, haha. I don't see Joann's fabric particularly, but they are probably not the people that's actually importing the fabric. And that's what I want us to know too. Like basically the companies that are importing the fabric, you would look at the fabrics and see who the distributors are versus the suppliers. And then you also have the manufacturers. So it's definitely levels to it. We already got Condi. Got you on that, Janetta. Yes, keeping it crafty. Epson really does fall short on paper. For them to, so as most of us understand, the printer business is not really the printer business. They sell you one printer. The printer business is a consumables business. They're supposed to make their money on the ink and the paper. Those are called consumables. But because you're only going to buy one printer if it's a good quality printer. So once they make that sale, they already know that that's why they'll sell a cheap printer. And the ink to refill the ink will cost $80 on a printer that you paid $50 for. Tell me if that's ever been you, because definitely with Epson, I have been there, done that. So let's look up Epson. Let's look up Epson. That way now we can really get some ideas here of, and this one is Epson as well. This I believe this Psycho or Seco, but let's do Epson America because that's going to be our main account. Let me take a little sip of my water. All right. And Epson seems to be going pretty strong. It's dropping off a little bit, but you know what I believe that kept Epson going really strong, especially when the sublimation market started booming in 2020 and everybody was doing third-party inks. Ain't nobody cared that Epson was had sublimation, because sublimation, the home sublimation market or the medium format and small format sublimation market was overlooked by Epson for so long. They finally got an answer to it, but it was towards the end of when everybody else kind of figured they could already convert other Epson printers. But what they did was they kind of stopped us in our tracks because they started making the new printers have certain chips that you could not. They had deals with China. I remember my supplier, where I get my chips from, my supplier was telling me that they could not give me the chips to the 7710s that were resettable. They were only allowed to sell those in the UK. So they do exist, and they did exist, but they were not allowed. They had a contract with Epson that they could not send those over to the United States. I had the right mind to have somebody get them in Australia or the UK and then ship them over to me in the US, because technically that would that would have been a different type of transaction that they didn't know anything about. But it was just so messy that I don't like things that you have to work too hard to get. And then it's not reliable. So basically at any given time they could say, hey, no, you can't have it shipped to the UK and then here. So I didn't even want to deal with it. I'm sure that's how other people were probably getting it at that time. Might be a little different now, but at this point, I haven't even checked on it. But you can see this is where inks are coming from here, cartridges. I even see some words that are not English here. So probably may even have to do a little translation. But I do some paper, ink, matte paper. So if you wanted to have Epson's paper supply, but honestly, I don't want Epson's paper if they take so long to actually keep things in stock. I don't know. It might just be Epson though. It might not be the paper supplier. My bad, paper supplier. I'm just assuming it's you, but it might be Epson. Projection screens, because you know Epson does more than just printers. They do scanners and projectors and things of that nature as well. So that's it. So now you see how good old Epson is doing it. Epson is still holding strong. Okay. Fiber paper, projection screens, inkjet paper. So if y'all really want to know where Epson is getting that inkjet paper from, photo paper. I know we use a lot of Epson photo paper, sticker paper, and specialty paper, that sort of thing. It would be good to know. All right, let me scroll a little more. Scroll a little more. I'm just not seeing some of y'all's reactions too, because I'm scrolling further down the reactions to some of the stuff we're uncovering and discovering here. Yep, and Mo, you're right. They make koala and a sub. I've always known that koala was the same as a sub. They claim that it has a little bit different quality, but I don't know about that. Oh, thank you, Christy. Christy says, I love my Innate Lab family. There's so much inspiration and motivation and authenticity in the room. We'll accept that. We'll take that, you included. All right. Ooh, let's look up the rhinestone world. Let's do it. Rhine, if I can spell it. Now, like I said, they may operate under something other than rhinestone world. So let's see. I'm going to put it in quotes and see if I can get it in quotes. Rhinestone world. Not finding it. So let's do a little investigation. I don't know if that's a real word, but let's do a little investigation. Let's type in Rhinestone World. Let's find out where they're located. Now, this is a company big enough where I don't feel like I'm prying if I kind of get into their business a little bit. So TRW is the Rhinestone World. Also, we can look at their privacy information and that sort of thing. It usually will tell you what the responsible company is, because sometimes the name that a company is working under is just it's just kind of like a figurehead for the business. It's not the real name they do business under. Let's see. Let's go to privacy policy. Okay, the Rhinestone World. Okay, so that is the formal name that they use. So it is the Rhinestone World. So they're smart because they do not have whatever they order their products through is not using their name. And let's see if we can look it up by address. And this may not be the address where they have deliveries come to. So it gets crazy, y'all. Let's see. Let me see if I can find. Location is still not giving me that. I'm gonna try something else too. So I'm gonna do a little search. Dum, 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 dum. I can't find anything at that website with that address. Let's see. Maybe I'll take out the Bradenton. It is not finding it. Now this is how I be researching for real, y'all. When I get quiet, that's when I'm usually researching for real, for real. Now what we can do is we can search for rhinestones. And then what we can do, here's where we can get real clever, is we can look for high number of shipments. And there's not a lot that are here. And I could also look to see if there's possibly any in Florida. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to give up though, but I definitely don't want to take up too much time. But it would be amazing to see. Hmm. Texas. Seems like Texas is where a lot of stuff is coming through. But it also could be a company that's in Texas where things land because Texas is one of the areas that that's going to be able to get less expensive crates or shipments. So, especially over Florida for some reason. Um, One more thing I want to check to see if I could possibly find it by product, not by company, not by supplier. And I think this is just going to give us, we have to search for a company first. Yeah. I guess they don't want us like really doing a full um, search here. We could find the search of what rhinestones are as far as let's see if we can find them. So, rhinestone HS code. What is the HS code for hotfix rhinestone? I'm telling y'all, boy, if I wasn't a creative genius, I'd probably be somebody's private investigator. Let's see if it does something while I'm over here bragging on myself. Let's see if we can search by code. And then this says beta that you can search by the description. However, it may not actually work. That's the disclaimers given there. All right. So the code starts off with 70. Let me get out of some of this. 70 glass and glassware. So we can start there. Okay. What's next? 70181. I'm just guessing this is how it breaks down. I've never looked this up before, y'all. I'm learning right along with y'all right now. It's just that I'm determined. I'm like, yeah, where do they get these rhinestones from? Let's see if I can copy the whole thing. No, it's not giving it to me there. All right. Well, I would have to do a little more research on this because I'm definitely interested in how this breaks down. Because these are vendors, but that's just the main category for 70. I'm positive. Okay, it breaks down further. YOY. Maybe that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe a 701, or maybe that 0 at the end isn't needed. Let's see if I can find that. All right. Y'all apologize. It's not what we were supposed to be doing tonight. It's a little more in depth, but ooh, let me see if I can control find. Nope, I don't see rhinestones anywhere there. Show more. It would be kind of cool. Let me see if that code exists anywhere. All right, so nope. Let me see if I take the 70 off. Maybe a 701. I would assume 2. All right, I'm gonna have to look something up on how to do this. Now y'all gonna have me researching for real. But as soon as I find out, I will let y'all know. So it goes up to 70. Yeah, so I was thinking it would be in that 70 category and then it would break down from there. But number of shipments. So where is this from? There is some information here. All right. Well, Looks like it would be need a little more research. Let's move on. The baby's booty. Okay. Everybody live in America. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, that song is stuck in my head. And if it's not stuck in your head and you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. Now, it has an apostrophe, so we may not find it that way. Oh no, I don't know if we want to go to the booty buddy or the booty gang. I don't know. I don't know. I think we might be in the wrong place. Let's Oh Lord. That thing said the booty gang. Oh Lord. Um and it also me but so you have to imagine, like, in order for something to be on this list, you're basically having to get crates of things sent over. So even in the case where you're looking for somebody's ink, if they're not getting containers, is what they call it, they're not getting containers of that sent in, it's more than likely not going to be on these type of lists. Okay. So not saying that they don't have it, but that's another reason why you may not be able to find it. All right. Oh, what if it's TRW instead of the Rhinestone World? Hmm. I just thought I was on to something. Maybe not. All right. Sizer or Caesar. Okay, let's put them in. And they have a Caesar America. Actually, let's go to. Okay. And then we can see where their suppliers are. Look how they falling off, y'all. Look how sublimation got them shook, y'all. Um, I'm just saying, if you really pay attention to data, you'll start to see some things. Hell, sublimation has got sublimation shook right now because it's kind of it's falling off as the major suppliers are catching on, and this is why it's going to be important for us to use our group economics and our community to make sure that we stay on top and we're not going to get crushed by the Printfuls and the Printifies. We use them to our advantage, but at the same time, Printful and Printify is not going to do 100 order funeral shirts next day for your local business. And that's where you stand out. That's what we're going to be talking about during the challenge. That's where you stand up, you stand out, you make yourself known and seen. Yes, you have your Shopify store, but there are so many strategies you're going to be able to employ that those big businesses cannot. Matter of fact, they don't care to do those type of jobs. They want those type of jobs out of their face because it's higher liability, rush orders, and a lot of times they're not able to accommodate, but you can. And that's what we're going to work on, y'all. All right, all right. Rockin' Vinyl, it says he just started. I'm not sure who that is, my love. They just started not too long ago. Maybe I missed one. I think I might have missed one when y'all saying they just started not too long ago. Let me know in the comments again if I need to go back to that. Cricket want people to believe they created sublimation. Cricket waited so long. I think Cricket just was waiting to answer. They wanted to see if Epson was going to do anything. Epson didn't do anything with the creative craft market. They missed the whole mark from the end of 19 and beginning of 20. They missed the mark. Epson should have really got in front of the sublimation market during that time. Unfortunately, that's what I say, like data and actually knowing the market. Most of the time, the big companies don't feel the movements until we make the moves, we set the trends, we get things going, and then they pick up on it after the fact, after they're tired of people using or misusing their products. Okay, honestly speaking. Honestly speaking. Um, and that's my girl Shakia. So hopefully she probably does her stuff under a different name too. But yeah, can't find that one. She got it on lock. that, that cricket vinyl ain't giving it all. Coastal business supplies. So coastal is using a lot of the same supplies as Condi, but absolutely we can look up coastal business designers supply. Okay, there it is in the US, 14 shipments. Yeah, polyester foil, films, mugs, heat press machine, ceramic tile, thermal transfer film. Yep. So I'll put that on the list. All right, y'all, we got to wrap this up. We've been here for 2 hours. Let's see. We got coastal, and y'all still got more. I'll tell y'all what if I set up a Google Doc? Um, if y'all want to do some research, that sounds fun. And share the links, like basically whatever y'all come up with. Does that sound good? Because we're running out of time here. Because I'm really supposed to be working on all kind of stuff today that haven't got done. And I need to. Cynthia says, "Don't stop. This is extremely helpful." Well, Cynthia, that was 9:09. I'm just not scrolling past your comment, and it's 10:13. So hopefully, I didn't stop, and that was an extra hour of information. Let's see. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, so then this is what we will do. Let's start. Let's start a thread. Let's do this. Let's start a thread. Let's start a thread in the Facebook group. And basically now everybody knows how to get here. It's the idea isn't like how to get here and how to get the information. It's what company should I look up, or which of these suppliers do you think actually does the socks versus the shirts, based on they're both knit companies. So now it's evaluating the data, and also understanding, well, what should I be looking up. So all of these other suggestions that you all have, um, mm, 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 we're going to talk about the collective. We're going to talk about it on Friday, but we're going to introduce it inside of the challenge. But even if you're not in the challenge, we can still talk about it. It's just the people in the challenge will be the first to hear about it, kind of like get us live in all full effect. But we won't be starting it until afterwards, so that basically I can have a listing. I know for a fact which you all want. So if you put on the list that, hey, I want paper, or I want ink, or I need these graduation stoles, whatever it is, then we can open it up for that kind of collective purchasing. Yep, free data is what built the Facebook empire. I'm going to give y'all a little tip. Anytime something is free, there's no such thing as free. No such thing as free. But anytime something is free, then you are the product. If you're not paying for the product, and whatever the product or service is free, you are the product. So on Facebook, we are the products. They get us there and they have us involved all day. They're reading our brain and feeding our brains all seconds of every single moment that we're interacting with their interface. We are the product. They sell our information, they sell our data, they sell our likeness so that they can make money off of it. So we're the product, and the platform is free. Yes, Leslie, we will be doing a different template for sure, for the Shopify challenge. We're doing a different template, and I have a full blown activity that you all are going to go out and do, so that we ensure people come to your Shopify store. Because we ain't playing no more. We're not making these pretty stores and then y'all don't send anybody to the store. Okay, so we have a real deal bona fide activity we're going to do together. I don't know if the code was there. It should be in the comments. David's Family Legacy. Unisub might also be Universal Woods. See, that's information. I don't know. Universal Woods. If I could spell universal, that would be phenomenal. Hmm. Let's look. Let's have a little look, see? Well, look at that. That's where teamwork makes the dream work. Ken, you are my guy, my guy. All right, so it was Universal Woods. But do you see how it's so easy for your competitors not to find you when you don't list yourself as a thing that you sell things by? I'm learning that. TRW rhinestones. You want to try TRW rhinestones? I'll try one more. Rhinestone. No, but I found Sparkles rhinestones that has 115 in Vegas. I would imagine like a big company in Vegas would have like that. Ooh, ooh, look at that. Ballin'. Let's see. Oh, this is like maybe like a hotel with, yeah, soap dispensers and all of that. I don't know if they would be like they probably have things with rhinestones in it just because it's flashy, but I don't know. It has rhinestones in the title, but it looks like a lot of, okay, resin rhinestones, stone placemat. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Maybe even looking up the word hot fix. I'll do that on a different one. Hot fix fabric. St. Petersburg. There's only 2 shipments. Hmm. Y'all see why I be getting in trouble with research and all these doggone tabs. Don't say I didn't warn you. Hmm. Sweet trim industrial. Let's look them up. That's China as well. I'm going to take some of this data off of here. Easy, Alibaba. Sweet Trim Industrial Limited. So that looks like it might be a doing business as or a DBA. Can I get this in English? Oh. This should be giving me English. English, US dollars. I don't know what I'm pressing on right now. Boom, your girl is a genius. Hot fix rhinestones, hot fix rhinestones. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all that one. Whew. I don't know if that is the supplier, but it seems to be a hot fix supplier. So I'll put that on the list. I'm just glad I was able to get to something with some stones because that was bothering me. And we couldn't find no hot fix suppliers. Um, And then also, of course, we can talk about how you qualify. You're going to look for certain credentials and have conversation and see this one's been in business 10 years, which that is pretty good there. 8 transactions is the past 6 months. That's not a lot, but also they may not be primarily doing their transactions on Alibaba. They just may have something there just to literally have a face on this platform. Sweetstrass.com. Okay, I guess that is an alternate website. All of these say not secure, so just make sure you put your information in at your own risk. but it does look like a lot of trims and that sort of thing. So, with that being in Vegas, I'm sure that they use a lot of this kind of blingage. Okay. All right. So let me see. We got to wrap this thing on up. I got to give. No, go ahead and give them the code. I want you to give them the code so they can purchase the Shopify challenge. And I don't want them to wait this whole time just for the code, love. I want them to have the code. So because when we end the live, the code is not going to be any good anymore. So as soon as they hit 100, I was giving them access to the code. And I'm sorry if I'm just now seeing it an hour later. Um, Roll paper. If you have a supplier that you like the roll paper, we can definitely look that up. Um, but yeah, now that y'all know how to do this, yep. The clear book bags, yeah. So you do the clear book bags. So that's why Coach Chrissy was saying it's best to do the lunch totes because you can do lunch totes, but you might not be able to do the, the custom printed bags here. All right, so and it says to text the code. Let me see if the automation is working just to check. Hannah, I'm not sure. Were you able to see if the automation is working? Just doing a little check on my end because I'm way behind in these comments. Y'all had me researching. I feel like I'm back in my PhD program again. Like this is literally how we were just operating. All right, so I'm going to my app and let's go to conversations. Oh, y'all are not getting the code because there's no automation set up. Well, let's set up an automation. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Set up an automation right here, right now. Let's go to automation and I'm going to go to an existing DM automation and let's see. One of our more recent ones, last updated. I think I had one for Shopify that was real easy. 715. I'm going to duplicate that one. And then this one's going to be craft. I apologize, y'all. Did not know that y'all were texting and I wasn't scrolling down. So I'm just helping and doing what, hey, we're still here. So I'm not gonna belabor the point. So this is 0717. This is today. We're gonna create an automation. All right. So now I'm gonna look for the word craft. And then we'll bring it up. Boom, boom, boom. So when you text the word craft, then customer replies the word craft. I have to save that trigger, save it here. Then you will get a 30% off code. I'm just putting that in my notes. Then I actually have to add the one. So I put the link in there for the one that you can do on the site that allows you to do like a shop pay if you need to break it down. So let me pull this off the screen so I can put in that code real quick. Like, let's see. Yeah, so now we know that when I tell y'all to text something, it's not just magic, it's kind of magic, but it needs our input. We have to create the automation, create the terms for the automation so that it understands how to operate. When the human does the input, the automation can do the output. And that is so much easier because I saw at least 25 people had text the word craft. So obviously you want what it is. Let me go ahead and find that. Stop talking. Okay. Put put this in here and make sure that there's no space because sometimes when you copy and paste the code, there is a space afterwards. If you have that space afterwards, it will not take that space. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, and then this is a 30% off code because you all earned it. I like this. We came together and we participated today. Oh, and I'm gonna have to make this code work. I'm gonna save this. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna publish it and save it. So, somebody do me a favor and test out the automation right now. Make sure that it gives you the code and the link. And then what I have to do is I have to on Shopify. I'll show y'all how all this goes. Oh, hold on a second. I'm gonna log in first and then show you how you create a discount code on Shopify. Everything is a learning experience, y'all. Everything is a learning experience. So even mistakes, especially mistakes. All right, so boom. Let's see, 19 people on right now. Let's go to our discounts. I probably shouldn't be showing y'all all of that. It don't matter because I don't think I have anything on here right now. Yeah, everything is fine. I'll show y'all. I'd rather teach you than because I can always change this. All right, so let's create a discount here. I'm gonna create a discount off of the products. And then the discount code, I'm just going to generate for right now because you're going to have to do the automation to get the code. The fixed amount will be 30%. It's going to be specific products. And then this is for, now you can also use that same code on the Academy. What I'm doing is I'm giving you this link. So some people need it to be able to break it down into payments with the split pay and stuff. So the Academy doesn't do that. Only the Shopify store does. So I am going to push so I can find this product. Oh, you know what this is? Shopify. The challenge. Okay. All customers can participate. Limit 1 use per customer. Yep, I will definitely turn that on. And then we shouldn't have to worry about it going with product or shipping discounts because that should be the only thing in your cart when you're checking out to make sure that it works. And what I'm going to do is take it off screen so I can change the code here. But other than that, we just hit save. Okay, now that code should work. I'm going to refresh. You may have to refresh your cart or refresh your page. Let me know if the code works. And I'm going to zoom forward in this whole conversation because y'all left me. Y'all was smoking in these comments. Okay, it worked. It worked. It worked. Awesome. Yes, please don't forget to like the video, y'all. We spent a lot of time together today, 2 hours and 30 minutos. Okay, that was a lot. But it was good. It was a lot because we learned a lot. We applied a lot. And I think that you all are going to keep this going and rolling. Yes. Melissa, this is yeah, this guy. Oh, you said the baby had you exhausted? Oh, well, it's about that time anyway. Baby needs baby's attention right now because we have definitely been on it. So what I'm going to do, because you all did not get a chance to use that code during the live, I'm going to leave it on for just 1 hour only. If you know anybody else that needs to do this challenge, y'all. Oh, I know what I was going to do. While y'all are here, I have this crazy idea that if what I want to do is an affiliate for bringing new people onto the challenge, like somebody that's never been in the academy, bringing them into the challenge. So not only will you get 50% affiliate, they have to be new, y'all. Y'all can't keep giving affiliate links to the people that's inside of the academy because it's basically fishing in your own pond. It doesn't work. So you have to bring new people in. But if you bring somebody into the challenge, you get 50%. So you bring them to the challenge and you receive is $297, or if they use a discount code or something, Then there's that as well. But if they shop on the Shopify site, it doesn't track the affiliate. So you need to do it on the Academy site so that it tracks the affiliate. And you get 50% affiliate. Plus, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a contest for whoever has the most affiliate sales. Y'all hear me? Whoever has the most affiliate sales and it meets the threshold of 10. So 10 sales, that is basically you would be getting $1,500 off of that anyway. So that's already a reward. Like that's cool just to get 10 people signed up. But if they have at least 10 sales and then whoever has those 10 sales, basically it's a competition. Whoever has the top affiliate sales, I'm going to do a free seat in the Shopify Accelerator program, which is our $12,000 program. We meet every week. We do all of these things. Like we have the opportunity to have these custom items here on your website. People can order prints, that sort of thing. Like it's basically taking not only your knowledge and your website, but your customer experience to the next level. And we're frequently developing products. Of course, we're working on every last one of these things to be able to be useful inside of your store. You can turn them off, you can turn them on, depending on what you want to offer. But the idea is that you have your own store, because you know good and well that Printful and Printify is not printing a lot of these things that you all want to print, and they're not doing it in a time frame where your customers need it. So you need a website where people can go on to and they can create their own custom products, or you can create it for them, but they just have the option to design it and put their information on here and check out. So this is the type of sites that we're developing for the Shopify Accelerator program, because it takes a lot of energy, a lot of dedication, a lot of work, y'all. It's not easy. So this isn't just something that everybody is going to be able to work off of at the moment. And then of course, in the accelerator, you get the app too. So now you can do just like I did and do an automation with your customers and say, hey, text this number to this, or text this word to this number, and you get a discount code. And what you're really doing is you're collecting your client's information, while also you don't have to solicit that contact. They are telling you that they want you to send them something. So it's a beautiful thing, right? So just giving y'all an idea. We're going to be talking about a lot during the Shopify challenge. We will be demonstrating some of this tomorrow. So if y'all tune in tomorrow, I think it's 7, I'll be going over some of this. No, tomorrow we have a special session with the Shopify Accelerator. So I'll probably demo this sometime tomorrow during the day. But basically just showing you how this works and what you can look forward to if that's something that you're interested in, okay? All right, so let me check on y'all, see if y'all have any questions. Make sure that everyone was able to use the site that wanted to use the site. Oh, and how you get your affiliate link. Some of you may think it's hard, but you just go to the Academy and you go to the bottom of any page and it has a 50% sign up link. Okay, it's not hard at all. So we go to the bottom of this page. We can scroll all the way to the bottom. There's an affiliate sign up. You sign up there and you'll see a link for any product that's offered. It's already lined up for you. Share that with some people, because 10 of them can give you $13,500, because you'll get you'll get $1,500 in commissions, right? Because you got 50% of the sales, plus you'll get a seat. If you get 10 and you're the only person that gets 10, you're a guaranteed shoe-in. Like that's the lottery right there. Well, again, that's a little braggy, but it's something like the lottery. It's a big win. It's a big win. Okay. All right. So let me check on y'all, see if y'all have any more questions, because I want to make sure that y'all get some good rest tonight. Let me zoom down here and see. Oh, yes. Y'all didn't let me forget about that. Okay. So this is, I have it on a different sheet because you can't find me. You can't find me. So let me go ahead and give y'all this one. But y'all thought y'all weren't gonna let me slide on out of here, huh? Y'all was not gonna let me do it. All right. Now this ink is the supplier for the Pro ink. which the Pro ink is the bomb. And actually I need to order some. Like, my life has been topsy turvy, y'all. So that's why I'm not even gonna lie. The physical products I've been sleeping on because I've been all over the place with all the craziness that's going on in the world and the family stuff and all of that. So it is my fault because I haven't done what I was supposed to do to order the stuff I was supposed to order and that sort of thing. So it's my fault. So I am ordering this upcoming week. So anybody that wants to order with me can order with me. I'm literally showing you my supplier. I believe that you have to have either 100 or 200 pieces minimum. Let me see if I can show you the exact one. And let's go to products, ink, sublimation. And my lady is Annie. She's really, really, a really phenomenal person. You have probably seen these bottles somewhere before. Um, and I don't know if you all are interested in branding your own ink, if you want to have your own brand so that in your local town you can brand your ink. If that is the case, let me know. It costs more to put your own labels on there, or if y'all want to keep it branded as True Color so we stay a unit, I'm good with that too. Like, I'm literally wanting to figure out how to flip the switch on this thing that we call an economy because it's going crazy and everybody feels like you have to be out for yourselves. I feel like if I share this information with you and we could build a brand together, I'm much more willing to do that because what's going to happen is I'm not in Houston, Texas. So if somebody in Houston, Texas has 10 sets of ink and they want to let people in the local area know, hey, you can come here if you run out of ink, then that actually benefits me if it has my label on it. So all I'm asking is, hey, if we label the thing, keep it labeled. If you want to blank, because they can't send it blank per se. Actually, they can, but then you have to go through extra paperwork because when it doesn't have a label on it, it stands out like, hey, what is this? Could be poison or, drugs or something. I don't know. But they don't like things that are not labeled. So in that regard, if it stays True Color label and you all are basically helping me brand and you're getting it at cost to do that, then my thing is that it brings people to the website. So cool. All right, so that is the one right there. The ink that I get costs a little bit more because I get the premium one. I don't get the standard ink. Okay, so they have a standard one and they have a premium. That's it. I believe Blanks Galore uses this one as well because I've seen those bottles before. Before she made her own labels, so that was kind of a giveaway, but that is there. It's what it is. And the other thing is too, sometimes people aren't going to buy from your supplier just because they want to support you. You built a brand and people want to support. So if I put True Colors labels on there and you all like, hey, well, I'll rock the True Colors because I really rock with you, Shanon, then that's what it'll be. Otherwise, it'll have like a generic label on there and you'll have to recover it or sign. I'm not doing the no label thing. I don't know if anybody else has that experience, but when it has no labels on it, it's extra customs and extra nosiness and all this other stuff. So I let them put the labels on and it will have the True Colors label, or you can decide to, because I definitely wouldn't leave this label on there because then everybody knows where it comes from. If you didn't want everybody knowing where your stuff comes from, I'm telling you all where it comes from because you're my students. You all have customers. You may not want your customers to know where you're getting stuff from because they aren't necessarily they're not paying you as a student, right? Anyhow, so that's it. I'm gonna put this. I'll put this specific link because this I want to make sure y'all get the right one. I don't want y'all getting this. They have another version that I don't want y'all getting. But look at this. So you actually can order. It says you can order as little as 4 pieces, but then the shipping is a little weird. They charge more, but typically, when you're ordering, you want to order at least 500 pieces so you're getting a good price per unit. But you see how the prices get, like, imagine if we're rolling up in here, baby, we're not even paying for ink. You're just paying for the shipping at that point in time. So the idea is that we work in groups. We work with group economics and understand the power in numbers. Okay. So that was a lesson for today. I even gave my stuff away. So I don't feel bad about nothing I did today because this was my coveted thing. Do y'all know I have gone through over 15 ink suppliers to find my supplier? So I'm not just doing something willy-nilly or spitefully or anything. Like, I'm doing it because I know it can help you. I know you will get value from this. And if this is the thing that sparks you and helps you push forward in your business, then we did that. Okay. All right, my loves. That's it. That's it. For the T7270, you're going to ask for the Pro ink. Now, normally, let me see if I can find that one on here. Let me go back here. I don't see it. It's not these. Don't get these tall bottles. It's a jug. Y'all know what the Pro ink looks like. See, I don't order from the website. I have personal invoices that are sent my way with my individual products. I don't see it on here. So you just may have to, and ask for Annie. Ask for Annie. She's amazing. I don't see, but when you do, it's not those bottles, because they both come as, I believe, 1,000 milliliters. You want to make sure that you ask for the Pro ink. That's what it's called, Pro ink. Yeah, I think it even has Pro ink stickers on it. Yeah, because otherwise they'll give you this stuff, and it's good, but it's not nowhere near that Pro ink pigment. Okay. And then I also want you to keep in mind here, this price that you're seeing, typically that's for the 127 milliliter bottles. And then the black has the bigger bottle. But I think I was the first person to ever ask them for all bottles the same size. So now they're doing like the 140s and the 127s. But before they would do the skinny bottles for the color and then one bottle, big bottle for the black. So that's it, y'all. 13 years, on-time delivery, annual revenue looking straight. Production time is up there. So this is my supplier. You're welcome. I love you all. Thank you for sticking through me being emotional yesterday. All right. Ava, thank you. I'm repping True Ink. Let's go. We need to start going to these conventions and stuff too, the expos, and showing up and representing the brands together as a collective. I'm telling you, we'll blow them away because they're not doing this. They're not even representing sublimation at these expos and stuff. We could really be doing it big, y'all. We can do the true color thing and show up in some real true color. Okay. All right. So I love y'all. I appreciate you dearly. And until next time. Bye. Y'all have a great night.